Justin Bieber just released his newest documentary-style video called Justin Bieber Next Chapter. And in the video, he gets very candid about his past struggles and why being famous so young made him want to take his own life. And I got all the details on that coming up for you right now on I.O. Hey, what's up everyone? It's Mackenzie here, and today on I.O. I'm going to be filling you in on the new details we have about Justin Bieber's past in his latest documentary. And make sure to stick around till the end of the video for some bonus content. So the 25-minute video that was released on October 30th is all about discussing Justin's past mental health struggles and how he overcame them, with him admitting that he suffered from depression and thoughts of ending his life because of being thrust into superstardom in his preteens, with him saying in the doc, quote, "I think that there were times where I was really suicidal," the pop star revealed. "Like, really man, is this pain ever gonna go away? It was so consistent, the pain was so consistent, I was just suffering. So I was just like, man, I would rather not feel than feel this." Then when talking about the global reaction to his hit song Baby, he said, quote, "I just had no idea what was to come. I had no idea that this life would take me by storm. I had no idea that I would just get sucked up by all of this stuff." Then going on to talk about the hate he received, saying, quote, "There were so many people who were just so mean. Random people saying, 'You suck, you look like a girl.' I would shake it all off and act like it didn't bother me, but that stuff bothered me, and then it affected how I acted and how I treated people. And then it's just this ongoing cycle of like, hurt people, which is just so true, by the way. Also, if you haven't liked the video already and you like it so far, make sure to give it a like down below. Then it cuts back to Justin speaking with his manager, and his tour manager, Scooter Braun, comments that if he could go back in time, he, quote, "would have had you in therapy day one, having someone separate from all of us to talk to and express and everything, but I was 25. With Scooter revealing that at another point in the documentary that he was worried Justin was going to die every single day at the worst points. But thankfully Justin is in a much better place now, and he credits his faith in God as well as his recent marriage to Haley for the fact that he's overcome these dark times, saying in the doc, quote, "For the first time in my life, I don't feel like I'm striving. I feel like I know who God has called me to be. I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm walking in the plans of God, and the assurance of that is amazing." And the topic of all this is surrounding Justin's latest musical release, a track called Lonely, which is just as gut-wrenching and heartbreaking as you would expect from the title. In the song and music video, Justin reveals secrets from those dark times, saying that even though he was one of the most famous people on earth, he was so lonely and couldn't confide in anyone, saying, quote, "I was so surrounded, millions of people in the audience, but I still felt lonely. I still felt misunderstood. I still felt hurt. I actually teared up in the video when I was watching Jacob Tremblay, who is an incredible young actor, playing me. I just had no idea what was to come." And seriously, if you guys haven't seen the music video already, you really should. It's amazing, but it's a real tearjerker for sure. I honestly teared up at times. Then his creative director, Ryan Good, shared that while Justin was trying to record the acoustic version of the song Lonely, Justin broke down in tears over how emotional it was for him. So obviously a very heavy song with a lot in it. Alright guys, that's all for the video. Let me know if you saw Justin's recent documentary, and if you did, what was your reaction to it? It's personally made me really reflect on like fame and money and all that, and how even though it really seems like the answer to a lot of people's problems, I feel like people just want that because they're like, oh, you know, if I'm rich and famous and successful, everyone will love me, I'll have all this, whatever. But it's really not. I feel like that's what Justin's trying to convey through this whole thing. Like, it really wasn't the answer for him, and it isn't the answer for a lot of celebrities. And really, it can isolate you more from the rest of the world and really just take your whole life away in a lot of ways, but you know, those are just my thoughts. But before we head out, I'm going to shout out some comments from my video that I did on Tati being sued. Sanvi said, "The fact that James Charles promoted sleep vitamins and Tati doesn't have those. Stop it. Stop it. Am I just hearing, is this like a known thing?" So he promoted a type of vitamin that Tati doesn't even sell. Actually, I do feel like I heard James say that in a video. Yeah. Like, you can't even buy those types of products from Tati. Like, how can she be that mad? I feel like James was definitely strategic when he did that brand deal to make sure it was a product that Tati doesn't sell. Then Teddy said, "With all this happening, I don't think it's a coincidence that Shane Dawson has come back to social media announcing a return. Just waiting to see who's gonna be Karma's next target." Yeah, it really is interesting, the timing of this all. I feel like it was just a coincidence truly, because Shane came back because it was the 1-year anniversary of the conspiracy launch. So that's super coincidental, but it's very interesting. Then Tiffany said, "I have to wonder if she's ever going to take responsibility." I think not. I feel like she's made enough videos and like addressed it, and then she literally just throws the blame onto Jeffree and Shane when she's the one that made the video. They didn't do anything, especially Shane. He really didn't say anything publicly, I don't think. Of course, Jeffree made that tweet that caused a lot of problems for James, but it was really Tati, and she's like never owned up to the fact that she sat down, hit record, uploaded to the internet, right? It was no one else. Then Maria said, if this is the whole truth, I admire James Charles for still keeping it a secret despite all the backlash that he received. Yeah, really, the more that comes out, the more that's like, really, in that first video, James could have really just exposed her, like, hey, she's just mad that I broke this contract, you know, she's trying to play you guys when whatever, like he really could have said a lot more, and he didn't for some reason. So I definitely admire him a lot. He clearly likes to keep his relationships good. You know, he doesn't want to get in any more of this drama, and he didn't want to expose Tati, but in that second apology video, he had no choice but to, he had to. Alright guys, that is all for the video today. Thanks so much for watching if you made it all the way here. And if you liked the video and want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel to see more videos from us. I've been your host, Mackenzie Smith, and I'll see you in the next one.